In a peaceful town where mornings were slow and quiet, one house never slept in. Before the birds started singing, before the streets became busy, before the sun fully appeared, a soft sound echoed in the kitchen. Tap, tap, tap. It was Max. Max was the family's dog, but everyone who knew him understood one thing very clearly. Max was not just a dog. Max stood on his two back legs, carefully reaching for the counter. He wore a blue apron with small paw prints on it. The apron had been washed many times, but Max loved it. He gently pushed a chair closer, climbed up slowly, and began preparing breakfast. He cracked eggs carefully into a bowl. He stirred slowly so nothing spilled. He waited patiently as the pan warmed. Max never rushed, because Max cared. Upstairs, the father woke up and smiled before even opening his eyes. "That smell again," he said softly. The mother turned toward him. "Max is already working," she replied with a laugh. Suddenly, the house filled with the sound of fast footsteps. The children were awake. Breakfast. Max is cooking. They ran downstairs, nearly bumping into each other. Max turned around, lifted his head proudly, and wagged his tail like he had just won a prize. The children hugged him tightly. "Good morning, Max. You're the best." Breakfast was simple but full of love. Everyone ate together. Max sat near them, watching closely, making sure everyone was happy. After breakfast, the day continued. The mother tied a small bag and handed it to Max. "Can you help me today?" she asked. Max barked once, soft and confident. He walked outside with the bag hanging gently from his mouth. The street was calm. People smiled when they saw him. "There goes Max again. That dog is incredible." At the store, Max waited politely. He received bread, fruits, and milk. He carried everything carefully, stopping when cars passed, looking both ways before crossing. When he returned home, the children were waiting at the door like it was a celebration. "You did it." "High five, Max." Max lifted his paw proudly. Later that day, the father came home early. "How about lunch outside?" he asked. The children cheered. "Can Max come?" "Of course," the parents said together. Max jumped happily. They got into the car. Max sat in the middle, calm and relaxed. At the hotel restaurant, Max stayed close, watching everyone. Some people stared in surprise. Others smiled warmly. "That dog is part of the family," someone whispered. After lunch, clouds slowly covered the sky. The family returned home just as the wind started blowing stronger. That afternoon, the children ran outside to play football. Max followed instantly. The ball rolled fast. Max chased it, slipped slightly, jumped again, and brought it back proudly. The children laughed loudly. But suddenly, a loud sound of thunder filled the sky. The children froze. The rain began to fall. They ran inside quickly. Max followed, shaking water from his fur. He stayed close to the children, sitting beside them as the storm passed. That night, something unexpected happened. The lights went out. The house became dark. The children felt scared. Before anyone could speak, Max stood up and ran to the hallway. He returned with a flashlight in his mouth and dropped it gently on the table. The parents looked at each other in surprise. "He's always thinking," the mother whispered. They sat together, talking, laughing softly, sharing stories while waiting for the lights to return. Max lay between them, peaceful and proud. Days passed, then weeks, then months. Max helped every single day. He carried bags. He cleaned small messes. He waited patiently. He watched over the children. One afternoon, the children came home sad. They had lost a football match. Max noticed immediately. He walked over, placed the ball at their feet, and wagged his tail slowly. "Let's play again," one child said. They played until the sadness disappeared. Time moved forward. The children grew taller. The parents grew a little older. And Max began to slow down. He still woke up early. He still tried to help. But sometimes he rested longer. One evening, the family sat together quietly. Max rested his head on the father's knee. "You've given us everything," the father said softly. The children hugged Max tightly. That night, Max slept peacefully, surrounded by love. The next morning, the kitchen was quiet. No tapping sounds. No apron. No breakfast smell. The family understood. Years later, the house was still full of love. The children, now grown, often spoke about Max. He taught us kindness. He taught us family. And every morning, when the sun rises softly over that house, they still remember the dog who did more than help. He became the heart of their home. Doll-faced Red Heart.